Hello there everyone, Ragewood here, back with another Godforge video. It's a Thursday, so it's time to react to the podcast. But not only that, as part of Fateless's sponsorship with Method in their Race to World First, they dropped a cinematic teaser trailer for us to all look at. So we're going to break that down as well. So, without further ado, let's get into it. But just quickly before we jump into that, I was looking at my statistics on my YouTube studio and I saw this: 65% of you that do watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you could, I would really appreciate it. It really would help me out on my journey in content creation. Anyway, over to the cinematic. So what we're going to do, we're going to watch the entire thing all the way through. Then we'll come back and I will chop it up into little bits. Wow, that was truly something, wasn't it? And Serena's voice, it's incredible. I'm going to mute this now just as we play this through. So, not too long ago, we saw a footstep or someone running away from some sort of fight. There was Norse armament or shield on the floor. And I think that is tied to this fight scene we're seeing here with Brunhild. So, some torch buildings in the background. Looks like something has happened, be it another god or a dragon, as seems to be a common thing amongst some of the other creators like H-Lock and Vex. So, yeah, potentially that going on. But this is the thing that sort of got me thinking the most, all right? Now, I don't know what this is. It could be a plethora of things. It does look similar to the Well of Divine that we've seen in the Sanctum. It could also be something like maybe like the Tesseract or something like that. But the important thing is this dude here reaching for his axe. So he's got some wrist wraps on, some tattoos there. He's a hooded figure. This I believe to be Ra, which we've now seen now as well. Pulling his spear out of someone or something. Whatever this is down here, he's taken it down. So again, there seems to be fights going on all over the place right now. Brunhild charging in there. She looks really cool. But this is the thing right here, okay? This is the snapshot. So we don't know what this thing is. It looks a lot like the Triwizard Cup from Harry Potter. But I think this is Gilgamesh, and the reason for it is this axe, okay? So I'm just going to bring something up for you, and you let me know if you agree. We have to go all the way back to the content creator leaks from the 4th of October. Now, my memory is obviously very good, because I remembered seeing this image, but I'd like to thank Susie for helping me remember where it bleeding was. Anyway, Gilgamesh's axe up here. Looks awfully familiar to that one, doesn't it, right? You tell me that that is not the same axe and I'll call you a liar. The question is this Gilgamesh using it himself? Or is it someone else wielding it? That is the big question, all right? We don't know at this stage. The hooded figure does look similar to the Gilgamesh portrait that we saw the other day, which I'll pull up as well. Now, annoyingly, we can't see his arms or anything like that, but we've got the moustache and the beard here. That's there as well, so I don't know. I'm pretty certain it's Gilgamesh smashing that vase, but say the reason why remains to be unseen. But at the time of this recording, we have less than 2 weeks until we find out. So I'll have to bear with on that one. Now, a quick Google of mythical objects that are known to people, whether they be real things or fake, remains to be seen. But just because that could be Gilgamesh does not mean that it is in Sumeria or something itself. So it could be, for example, the Holy Grail that we see there. It could be the Cup of Yamshid, said to be filled with the elixir of immortality. Who knows at this point? But I just want to find out now. So if I come to any speculations or conclusions in the next coming days, I'll make a post on my website for you all to read. So a lot of the podcast is with sort of some of the VFX team talking about some of their influences and how they go about things. And, a really cool podcast, but there wasn't really too much to sort of talk about or show. However, there are some juicy things, some that we have seen before, others that we haven't. So I'm just going to sort of play it through, point out the things that I think are cool. But as always, I will leave the link as a pinned comment down below. So if you want to watch it, you guys can. So we're starting here with some concepts and things here, all right? Now, Odin's abilities and Hel's abilities we have actually seen already in a podcast. For example, we know that her ultimate is the dead that are due. She also has an ability called the Roots of Yggdrasil, something like that. Odin's is called Hunting Party and Ragnarok. Oh, sorry, that was Ragnarok. That's Hunting Party. Now, they do zoom in, so I can't remember exactly how much we get to see, but over here is something that I wanted to point out. Some status effects. So we know Drain exists. Okay, Drain is on a couple of heroes now. Bleed we've seen is on Lady Zoc, but over here it's hard to see, but that does say Curse. So we know that Curse is on the Mummy and Ramses, but we've not actually seen anything to sort of hint what it gives away. Like Bleed, you know it's a bleed effect's going to be like a damage over time. Curse could be any number of things right now, but it's cool to see you're going to have this sort of purple eye over the top. I do love that. So I'll let it continue to play, sort of as they discuss. Let's let him play it here. Okay, so we have Ra's abilities here as well. Hard to see there, but if you watched Fateless's Instagram post, this sort of celebration of 5k followers, they did show something similar. So, perhaps we can go look at that in a bit as well. Actually, do you know what? We're going to pause it here and let's go take a look at that quickly. So here we are, the Fateless, and yeah, we have Ra doing like a cool smashy thing, which does look similar to this. Like you see him raise something up for a glow and then sort of swipe down by the looks of it, which does look similar to that. So maybe. So then we also have Lady Zoc. Now again, unfortunately, they don't focus in on it, so it is hard to kind of see. But from what we see here, she's going to swipe through with a single target. And whilst we did get a chance to see the description of the core ability, we didn't get a chance to read the description of the ultimate. But it does look like they're both AoE abilities. And if this is the ultimate, looks like she's powers up her club, slams it down from the heavens into everyone. So that is very cool. And then we have Guan Yu. So Guan Yu, they do zoom in on a little bit here. But look, his ultimate obviously swings up in the air, calls a load of spears down. And this is his core ability as well. Crescent Slash. Looks very cool. Cold Steel, Crescent Slash. And Frostfair Blade Dance. Well, we can add those titles to his ability names at least. But really cool to see. And we do get to see his ultimate. That looks so cool. This is actually the first time I've seen it. I've listened to the podcast, but I've never seen that. That's really cool. So that sort of ice magic feel. And now I've paused it here. It does look similar. So we saw them do the VFX on Guan Yu for the Radiance effect. But the explosion does look very similar to that, only it's in blue. And we're never going to know this at all, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do sort of reuse effects over and over, just change the colours, that kind of stuff. Spear's coming down, he pauses it there as well. Yeah, really cool to see. So next he jumps into another folder and we start to see Sphinx. So we can see that we have Sphinx's Gauge, Sphinx's Mirage, and Sphinx Sands of Time by the looks of it. So this is a pretty cool one to look at. I'll just sort of go back and play it through. So Sphinx's Gaze, obviously an AoE. Ooh, just pause it again. So we can see Ra's here. It says Terror of Apothes. Terror of Apothes. I think it's Apep is the world snake that he fights every night. Maybe it's something to do with that, but very cool sort of crescent arc here. And that again looks very similar to the Radiance that we have seen previously. The Sphinx's Gaze is the basic, Mirage is the core ability, Sands of Time is the ultimate. Let's see how much we get shown of this then. Oh man, I've just seen something that's going to look so cool. The Sphinx gets up on his hindquarters. Mirage looks like some gust ability. Oh, it's too slow. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool. The Sand of Times. But also his core ability, Mirage. Dust on allies. Cloak on allies. Interesting. So is the Sphinx going to place invisibility on your team? That'd be cool. Sands of Time. Does anyone else think of like Prince of Persia when they hear like the Sands of Time? Is it just me? With I can't remember who the bloke lead. I think Gemma Arterton is the female lead. But it was an alright film, but I enjoyed it back in the day. So that was it for sort of spoilers today, if you will. It is a really good conversation though, so I do highly recommend you going to check it out. But I won't let this drag on for too long. So as always, thank you for watching, guys. Take care and look after yourselves. Work hard. As always, play harder. And I'll see you in another one soon. Cheers.